Hello Libra, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. Thank you so much for clicking here. And if you're clicking here for the first time, welcome to Ten of Cups Tarot. If you're someone who's clicking here all the time, my ride or die, if you're doing the sharing, the subscribing, and giving the thumbs up, thank you so much for doing that. I do appreciate you. We do read here, and when I read here, I do read oracles sometimes, and I like to combine them with the tarot. So if you've never seen that kind of reading before, that's what you're going to get here. We do have a new deck alert. I do have a deck called, an oracle deck called Cosmic Insights. We're going to give that a shot. Then we do have the Divine Goddess Oracle, and we do have the Journey's End Oracle. So let's find out what's going on with you, Libra, for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the week ahead for Libra. This reading's always going to be for the week ahead, whether you get it today, tomorrow, or a year from now. It's always going to be for the week ahead. Tell me what's going on with Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's up with Libra. We have Earth sign. You could be dealing with someone who's a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Maybe you have one of those signs, or all of them maybe in your chart. We do have a date night. You could be going on a date with someone who is an Earth sign. Get ready to be wined and dined. Maybe someone's invited you out, wants to take you out for dinner, or vice versa. One more. We have yes. Okay, so if you are the one being asked out, I think you're supposed to say yes. And it could be that you are dealing with someone who is an earth sign. If they aren't an earth sign, then they are someone who is very sturdy and solid, someone who's dependable. You can trust this person. I mean, generally so, right? Don't trust anybody that you don't think you should trust. Use your intuition. But it feels like generally this person is going to move slow. They're not going to move quickly. They're usually pretty grounded. They want to settle down. They don't want any drama. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. And I feel like either they're going to ask you out or you will ask them. If you are the one who is going to ask an earth sign out, I think you're being told that you should do it, that it is a yes. Bottom of the deck, we have caution. It says, find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. So find out as much as you can about this person during the date, or maybe before, even if you can, that would be best before, but try and be focused on them in a very solid and grounded way. And I feel it says luck is on your side. So although I don't subscribe to luck, because I feel like the universe is too organized to just put things out there in random. A lot of people say that when good luck comes to them, like when something good happens to them, it feels like good luck. So that could be, it feels like a positive notion anyway. Tell me about what's going on with the Divine Goddess Oracle. We've got stress, so maybe you're stressing it. Maybe you're stressing out because of this date that's coming up here. Whether someone's going to ask you or has asked you, or you're going to ask someone else. All right, that one's trying to pop out. What is it? Woo, twin flame. All right, so maybe you feel like this person might be a twin flame. Now, if you do need an explanation about what that is, a really good explanation, I would say go watch one of the readings, Baba Jolie's readings on twin flame. She gives the most excellent and grounded, very strategic kind of energy. She's a Scorpio, and she will give you a really good explanation of what a twin is. If you have not seen her, you should probably do that if you're looking for a twin flame reading. I do twin flame readings privately, but I don't do them on the platform here. All right. So maybe you're stressing out because you're trying to figure out if this person is more than just a date. Maybe you think that they are someone who could be your twin flame. Now, a twin flame energy, usually they ignite each other. So this would be someone that you already know, and someone who may have sent you on a spiritual path, or someone that you said something and sent them on a spiritual path. Maybe something you said or taught them. And usually that's how the twin flames ignite each other. We do have a leap of faith. So you are taking a leap of faith here by going on a date night. All right. We do have divine timing. So I feel like if and when this does find you, and I'm going to say don't push it, don't force it. If and when this notion finds you, or your intuition is telling you to do it, then I think that it's time to do it, because it is divine timing. Everything has a higher purpose. And I feel that I feel like you're not behind, you're not ahead. I would say that you're at the right place at the right time here. That for some of you, you could be meeting your twin flame on this date night for sure. All right, one more card and then we will get to the tarot. And if you are interested, Libra, in a private read, please look below this video. You will see the link that says more. If you click that, you will see the link for Wizio, which is the only place you can book me. And there is a code there as well, because there is a 25% off sale right now until the 25th of February. If you're interested in that, any of the pricing that you see over there, you will get 10% off of that. What do we got? Change. All right. We've got, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So I think this is positive movement forward, I want to say, with this date night happening and the earth sign. And whether or not it's an earth sign doesn't matter. I think that this has been coming for a long time and moving really slowly toward you here. And I feel like when they ask you that maybe it's a good idea to say yes and take a leap of faith, you never know. Maybe you could be meeting a twin. It's stressful nonetheless. We have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So this might be a friend. This person already might be a friend that you already know, and things are about to change between you and them because you're going on this date, right? Whether you're calling it a date or not, that something is going to change when you two come together and spend some time together face to face talking about things. All right, let's get to the tarot. Let's find out what is going on. Okay, no, that's not the one. Sorry. We're going for this one, I guess. I only work here. I'm just getting told what to do. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to use the Steampunk Tarot. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra, with the tarot. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra, please. Tell me about Libra. We have a Tower. Interesting. Interesting. The Tower, it's a realization. Maybe you are going to be meeting a twin. It could be. We do have a Tower, that's Scorpio energy. There is an upheaval and a change or a realization. Something is hitting you and it is kind of knocking down some sort of illusion that you had going on here. You're about to see the truth of something. We do have the Seven of Swords. We do have the Five of Pentacles. It does feel like this person is someone you haven't seen in a long time. It feels like there is some lack here, but I feel it's being covered up by the Seven of Swords. Nobody's talking about it. The Seven of Swords is looking at the Tower. I mean, the truth could come out if the Tower is present. And because we've got the Five of Pentacles, it feels like maybe we're feeling in lack, feeling like we don't have enough. Oh, the last time you met, you were on different vibrations. Look, got two people here. One is younger, one is older. They are on two different vibrations. So the last time you spoke with this person or met them or did something with them, I feel like you were on a separate vibration, and so you two just were not, it's like you couldn't match, like you couldn't come together in the right way. So maybe you've had some time apart, and in that time apart, it could be that things have changed. Maybe things have evolved and there's been some movement here. This might be the realization that you have, that you didn't know, right? Because it's being concealed with the Seven of Swords, that you didn't know that somebody had changed so much since you saw them the last time. For some of you, this is a brand new date. Like this is a brand new person who may be an earth sign, and maybe this is someone who is going to be a twin flame. So maybe you are about to meet your twin flame. We do have the Queen of Wands. I think you're shook because this person's really good looking. Whether they're feminine or masculine, whether it's you or them, I feel like you two are both beautiful, but that wouldn't be unlike Libra. I mean, all the Libras I've ever met, and I've just a handful of them, but the Libras I've ever met have been beautiful. Very well dressed, right? Very well put together. We do have the Two of Cups. Look at that. And we do have the Seven of Cups. Oh, you're confused because it feels like you're confused because this person, when you spoke with them last time, I feel that they probably were not a good match for you. They were not a vibrational match. And I feel like you two came together and you decided, no, this isn't going to work. I feel what you couldn't see is that there was a Tower coming. And I feel like it's almost an overwhelming feeling of, wow, somebody is leveled up here. That's what it feels like. Somebody has leveled up to the Queen of Wands energy. This person could now be someone who is, someone who owns a business, someone who is on their own path, doing their own thing, someone who's an individual, who is probably single. Yeah, they're individual, this person here, but they do all the things on their own. Like, I don't think that they have anyone helping them with whatever it is that they're doing. But to me, the Queen of Wands is usually, she's kind of the badass of the group, right? She's the one who doesn't really care what you think. She's kind of odd, is going to color outside the lines. She doesn't really care what you think about how she's dressed or what she's wearing. If you're riding side saddle or not, she doesn't really care what you think. It almost feels like the Tower hits when you see this person and you realize how much they've changed, because they look very different, because this person was in a lot of peril the last time you saw them. They were in lack, right? And I feel like somebody here is no longer in lack, and it causes this Tower here. Tell me more about this. Tell me about this for Libra, please. Yeah, the moon energy. You didn't see it going on. It's like things are not as they seem. I want to say that you're expecting to see this person who is kind of, a little bit in lack, and somebody who maybe wasn't dressing very well, or they felt sort of like things weren't going well. Like, this is scarcity. I'm not enough. I don't have enough. I can't have enough. It's like, this person was in a negative mindset, but I feel like this person is now bossed up, and you didn't know, like you couldn't see it. You didn't know. Things were not as they seemed when you saw this person. It's like you didn't see their worth because they weren't showing it to you. We do have the Hierophant, and we do have the High Priestess. So the Hierophant's giving me the energy of a lesson learned, or that you've learned something here. Maybe you've changed as well. It's been a while since you've seen this person, maybe 5 years, and what you weren't expecting was the Queen of Wands to roll up. And this Queen of Wands was not expecting you to roll up as the Hierophant. Someone who is very learned, someone who is now a spiritual teacher, someone who is very much about the higher self, very balanced, on their own path. Don't tell me what to do. I have a lot of knowledge as it pertains to the spiritual world or the religious world. And I want to say that you could be the Hierophant and the High Priestess, that maybe you are a seer or a card reader, a psychic or a medium, somebody who has this energy of the esoteric world, I want to say. The Hierophant here and the High Priestess together, it's like a hybrid. I'm a hybrid. I spent a lot of time knowing about religion, and then I no longer follow religion, but I am now spiritual. So that's what this seems like here. It seems like we've got a hybrid, somebody who is theologically intelligent, someone who knows the stuff about religion, but has chosen the path of being spiritual instead. Tell me about this Tower, please. What's the realization? I think you're just shocked to see the growth. I think you're each shocked to see your growth. We have the King of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Strength card. So I feel like you're holding back your emotions or your feelings. You're trying not to let them see it on the surface. The King of Cups is that Scorpio energy, very stoic, right? Doesn't really react on the surface, but maybe is reacting underneath. It's like a duck on a pond, right? You just see the duck floating, but you don't realize that their feet are going like that. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords here, that it feels like there is... It feels like that you deal with it very stoic on the surface. You deal with it as a head over heart sort of energy here, and you're kind of holding back your emotions. I think that you're really shocked about how much growth each of you has had here. What was under the surface here is the Seven of Swords, is the Two of Cups. What was concealed is maybe there is love here, but maybe you two had to come apart, and that's what twin flames do. Maybe you met at a time when you were both in lack and on different vibrations. You parted, and maybe 5 years later, you're coming back together again, and now things are like, wow, are working. Tell me about the Two of Cups. We have the Two of Swords, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So it's almost as if it was under the surface, and you're not going to say it right away, but I think you feel an instant connection to this person, or instant love, or you fall deeply in love with them right away, I want to say. With the Two of Cups here and the Two of Swords. It's like you were going to this date and you were like, I'm not falling in love. This is just a date. We're going to get to know each other. That's okay. We haven't seen each other in 5 years. For some of you, it's brand new. I'm just going to go on this new date and just going to get out there and get myself out there. Well, I think that for those of you who already know this person, it does feel like what was what was being concealed last time is that you two had big feelings for each other, but neither one of you could express it because you were on two very different vibrations. It's like one of you was on the bottom shelf, one of you was on the top shelf. You couldn't see each other, right? So it does, the Two of Swords is here, and it feels like love was blocked at that time, but now we're freed up. It looks like now energy is moving forward quickly or back and forth quickly here. It feels like nobody says anything about it. You notice their glow up, they notice your glow up, they notice that you're a different energy, and you notice that they are, but nobody's really saying anything. Nobody's really saying anything about it. We need to talk about that. The Seven of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. It is an overwhelming change. It's an overwhelming difference. Like you used to be very disconnected, and now it feels like it's overwhelming because you're very connected, very attracted to each other. We do have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. We have the Justice card. There you are. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like you want the balance and the reciprocity. It feels like you want this. You're hoping this person's going to be truthful because you have a lot of questions, I feel, that are not answered. You're hoping that this person's going to bring up the truth, or that they're going to be very truthful with you. I feel like you are feeling overwhelmed and hoping that this person isn't looking for a love interest. I don't think that you're interested in jumping into love or falling in love immediately, but I think you're open to talking about it. I think you're open to talking. You're open to talking about it in a very balanced way, talking, giving reciprocity and getting the truth. It feels like we went from the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. It's like a place where we couldn't speak to each other. Now we're giving each other reciprocity because it's the right timing, and it's so important that you know that. So for y'all who are chasing your twin flame all over the place, whatever you chase is going to run. I say turn your back and go the other way. Pay attention to yourself, level yourself up, learn some lessons, and it will come back to you when it's supposed to come back to you. All right. So this is all for the end of the month, going into the first couple days of March. Let's look at the second week of March. Let's find out what's coming up in the second week of March for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have Six of Cups. Look, I feel like you guys realize we have a lot of history. I feel like I've been connected to you, and I can't get away from this connection. We have the Nine of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the King of Wands. So one of you needs to step forward. Somebody has some big boundaries up here, but it is the moment of alchemy. Maybe I just need to bite the bullet and go. That's what I get for the Two of Wands in the reverse. It's like I haven't quite made the decision, but you know what? I'm just going to leap in. It is a moment of alchemy, I want to tell you. And if you have some pretty high boundaries, it's good. I feel like you two did have some distance between you for quite some time here. We do have the King of Wands, and I feel like one of you is going to have to take the first step forward. Is going to have to say, wow. I feel like you've grown up a lot since I've seen you. Just going to point out here that we do have the King and the Queen of Wands. So we do see each other as a mirror, it looks like. It looks like we did spend some time apart, right? We did spend some time apart here. And in the time that we spent apart, it feels like somebody was really open to happiness, open to being happy, open to learning about being happy. It feels like we took our separate paths here, and now somebody has to make the decision to move forward. The King of Wands is the one who will always step forward first. The masculine energy, right? The masculine energy will usually step forward first, not in every situation, but this is masculine and feminine energy, but it is masculine energy leaning. So I do feel like you two do have some history. I feel like maybe you go out, you have some fun, and you get back to the energy of, now I realize why I was with you here. It feels like somebody left and now we're coming back together again. And the King of Wands, right? And the Queen of Wands is under here. It feels like everybody's grown up, and now it's time. It's time for us to speak again. And yeah, we had some boundaries up. I was keeping you at arm's length, but now it is the moment of alchemy, temperance. And it's time for us to move on here. Somebody here is very good looking. Somebody's getting a lot of attention. And maybe you two have been watching each other all along anyway. Or this is a realization that it's time to come back home. Because this person, if they are your Six of Cups, they are somebody who feels like home. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Libra. I hope some of that made sense to you. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.